Sounds great.
Yep. All right, everybody, what is up?
What's up?
It is Wednesday. Feeling good on a Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We're the SGs. We got one. I meant to bring one, but it needs a setup really bad. But Derek, you, despite everything you have ever said, got one.
I did.
And that's why we're here, because it's sick.
Yeah, it is cool. Do us a favor, everybody. Smash that like button. So last week we learned something, and that was that our camera switcher thing that we use, the cache didn't clear for somebody. You say cache or cache?
Many said cache, I said cache. I've heard both.
Yeah.
Cache, Luke says. You're younger and more computer
Cache?
hip, so I trust your judgment. I don't know, cache or cache. But apparently the ATEM has been secretly backing up all of our video data, and it ran out of space.
Yep.
So that's a new one, and we didn't know that was happening, but figured it out.
Yeah, so hopefully this
Dorian
week
did.
it doesn't only make it 15 minutes in and we get booted out. If it does, then we know we got to send that thing off to get fixed.
Yeah.
Or something. So
Or just find something else.
So far we're looking good on the speeds. So
Sweet.
I'm keeping a close eye on
How
it.
did the speeds look?
5.4 megabytes per second. Okay.
Nice. So, cache? You guys all say cache? Okay, cool. Well, I'll start saying that then, because you guys are on the internet and
I'm going to go with cache then, just because everybody else is going cache.
Nice. That's very,
cache.
very appropriate. Anyways, how's it going? Yeah, either way.
Going pretty good, man. How's it
Either
going
way,
for you?
it's good. Either way, it was nice to see.
didn't see a lot today.
No, I was running around today.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to get stuff going out of the door. Lots going on in the studio today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see behind us we have someone's drum kit here. I mean, you can literally see the name on it, so I'm not going to bother hiding it. But Ariel is here doing some pre-pro.
Not right now.
Not right now.
But these days.
These days.
One of these days.
Yes, Manny does front of house for Ariel Posen, and yeah, Ariel's doing some pre-pro here, which has been pretty sweet actually to have in the studio, have those guys hanging here.
Porsche.
Making some noise.
Do you say Porsche or Porsche?
Oh, interesting.
I say Porsche.
I say Porsche, I think, yeah.
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 Weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So.
Anyways, Ariel's here, so I guess it felt like a very busy day just because there was like more people here and there was
Yeah.
music going all day. Like it felt like a lot was going on, and a lot was going on, but yeah.
No, I'm just always busy, so it always feels busy. So.
How, yeah, I guess either way it was good to have Brent here for a bit last week. He's such a nice dude. It's always great to see him. And it always blows my mind how nice he is all the time, and like how he literally remembers everything, like from every conversation you've had ever. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's just like a nice dude.
He's a genuine dude and a real life rock star. Like,
which sounds crazy to say these days, but like genuine dude like that is a lot more rare than it used to be
especially for
that.
for rock stars.
Yeah.
You know what,
These
Mike?
days,
I
at
was
least.
joking about that Sam should play the drum kit. I'm like, I wonder if they'll get pissed if we start playing their drum kit.
Nah.
And the answer is we don't actually know. So
Manny.
we should have asked.
No, we won't.
But we won't because they're recording some stuff tomorrow.
Yeah.
Ariel's doing some pre-production stuff for a tour, I think, or something that's coming up. And
Yeah, they're going on tour in a few weeks, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, for like I think it's maybe overseas. I think it might be UK. I'm not sure. I might be totally wrong. But either way, they have a tour coming up. And yeah, they're doing some pre-pro, and the space was available. So
Nice.
there you go. Yeah.
All right. So it is gear and beer time. So what are you guys drinking tonight? Tonight is a special night. It would have been my brother Kurt's 46th birthday. So in honor of him, my wife picked up Budweiser for me because that was his favorite beer. It is not my favorite beer, but here's to you,
I don't think
Kurt.
it's anyone except for Kurt's. It's a popular beer, but here's to you.
Cheers to you, bud.
Yeah.
So, for those guys who don't know, my brother passed away 6 years ago, and he used to do all of our cabinetry work, and all of our Tolexing was a huge part of us getting to where we're going. And it was, I mean, obviously extremely sad and traumatic for our family that he passed, but one of the things that was kind of like one of the most disappointing things about when he passed was he passed literally 2 weeks before the G3 pedal was released. And from, like, we struggled so hard as a company up until the G3 got released and took off. And he was with us for, like, inarguably the hardest time that our company ever had.
Yeah.
And he helped us get through that, and then it took off after he was gone, so.
Yeah, well.
You know, one for him tonight.
Owe him that, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I remember before I officially worked for Rev, I came in one night. I think it was, honestly, because me and Donovan wanted to come in and you were just showing us some amps, and yeah, Kurt was building the NAMM booth. That was like before I went in, or before I went to NAMM with you guys, and I had no idea what went into it at that point. And like, yeah, he was doing the whole booth himself. You know, like,
dude, he would work.
It was crazy. Like, he was so in it. And yeah, shortly after that, I was when I started actually officially working with you guys. But that was my first impression of him, was like, he was just grinding to get it done.
Oh yeah, man, there's so many times that I'd be getting ready to go either to NAMM or to a show, and like, he literally had been working through the night, and I'd show up at like 6 a.m. and he'd be just finishing something on the booth, and we'd be loading it in the trailer to leave, like within an hour of him finishing it, being like, okay.
Yeah.
You know,
and that woodshed, I guess, was his too, like that. Yeah, that moved over. Like,
yeah, like
the
where
shop
we
Rich works.
where we do our woodworking stuff was his shop, and we moved it to my property so we can keep doing what he kind of started. So yeah,
and now we're doing it there again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's perfect.
Back to all the dirty work over there. So
yeah, exactly.
All right. So anyway, let's talk about. Oh, Ronnie, that's so nice of you, man. Thank you. He was a special guy, man.
Yeah.
And easily the hardest worker I've ever met in my life. And I know a lot of people say that. And I work a lot, like, compared to a lot of people. And my brother would put me to shame. Like, to absolute shame.
That was my first impression, is that he literally wouldn't stop until he had done the job correctly. Like,
yeah. And if it took 24 hours straight,
he wouldn't stop until it was done.
That's what it would be.
And until it was done where he wouldn't have to fix it or do it again.
Yeah.
You know?
And he would swear a blue streak, calling us fucking retarded and whatever else that are things we're not allowed to say anymore.
Well, I shouldn't say ever. But he was like that.
That's what we would get if we showed up and we had done something wrong. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Wasn't the most politically correct, but definitely a lot of fun. So.
Oh, it's the vibe.
So yeah. Anyway, today would have been his 46th birthday. So cheers to Kurt tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice segue.
I know. I'm like, how do you move on from that?
Oh man, that's he would have loved that though. So that's funny.
So tell us what you guys are drinking tonight. Let me know if anybody else is drinking Budweiser in his honor tonight. My brother better be wherever. My brother Scotty better be wherever he is.
Scott. Luke, text your dad. Ask him what he's drinking.
Cliff had asked what year this is. This is a 92 custom. So, yeah. And
my birth year.
Yeah, your birth year.
Yeah, there you go. We have one now.
Yes.
Do we have any other 92s? Isn't that black custom, or is that a 91?
Black standard that's in Nashville that Rob Baker.
Right. Not the black custom that's here. That's a 92.
No, that's 91. An 80.
Oh, it's an 80.
Yeah, the black custom.
That's your birthday one, right?
Yes.
Right. I just see the Les Pauls just kind of like spawned.
We got a lot of them in the last year.
If you can tell from our streams and YouTube shorts the past little while. Yeah.
Mike Jeeves. I was listening to Post Malone and Morgan. Posty. Given Sam's association with both artists.
100%. I made all of that happen, and they are my best friends in real life.
Is that when you met Shane Gillis, too?
No. That was on the same run, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not also. Yeah, sure. We're best friends, too. I know what you're waiting to do. That, I mean, I feel like in hindsight, obviously, the stuff with Post and Morgan and Hardy was all planned, like... I kind of to promote the fact that he was getting into that before the album came out. Like, I don't even think the first song was out at that point, but that was just kind of like getting him in there, and yeah.
Sam, you're on a first name basis with him. He's calling him Post.
That's not his first name.
It's actually Austin.
Metalworks asked if I could play his favorite riff. I don't know what his favorite riff would have been. He wasn't. He didn't play. Loved music, but didn't play.
Kurt's favorite, what do you listen to?
Well, AC/DC, so that's also part of, like,
because
I had the SGO, so that's
cool,
part
man.
of it. I'd say, like, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, something in there. So. Probably more like. Yeah.
Nice.
So
Kurt.
this guitar does that so well.
I was gonna say I don't know why I asked what Kurt listened to because I was like he listened to 92 City for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Power 97 back in the day.
Nice.
But Sammy was on the radio today, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Sammy
was.
and Higher Lows just ripping up the charts today.
There you
And we're in
Great song.
trouble.
Ripping up.
Sammy's about to get a new record deal. We're about to lose him. So
Yeah. It's Big Sammy
Start-
J Records, as he called it. That was what he called it.
man, that's how it starts. You get on the radio and then it's straight whoop, boom to the moon.
It's happening. For sure happening.
So, my dad said he'll drink a rum and coke tonight. He doesn't. He's out at the lake right now, so
Nice.
Nice.
can't find a Budweiser.
My brother, no, Kurt was the middle brother. Scott, Luke's dad, is the oldest.
Yeah.
Not the wisest, but the oldest. Actually, he probably is the wisest. Ooh, Landon picked up a 94 Gibson Les Paul Custom Black Beauty. Centennial guitar point. Oh, he doesn't mean he bought it. He picked it up to feel the weight. Nice, Landon.
Nice one, bud.
Yeah.
You had us going for a sec.
Bod. You should have bought it. How much was it?
10 plus pounds for sure. What's the heaviest one we got here? Probably the one with that fine tuner bridge on it, the maple, like the blonde.
The Black Custom is pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure. All right.
Anyways.
So let's talk about what we're here to talk about tonight, which is the good old Gibson shit guitar. So
This is an interesting one because it
got
has an
one.
extra pickup.
yes, so this is a 92 Custom, which is actually a 67 reissue, is what it is. That's why it's got the dumb third pickup. Also, let's just get this over with. No Les Paul, no SG needs a middle pickup.
I don't think anything needs 3 humbuckers specifically.
No, doesn't need it. And if it had a single coil, that's an abomination on Gibson. Like if you had, well, actually a single coil period.
What if you had an HSS SG? HSSSG.
It would just look so wrong.
It would. But 3 humbuckers specifically is kind of like I don't know. But I don't know. It looks cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
It looks cool. Like
Yeah.
it's vibey for sure, and it does sound awesome. Like you were playing it earlier today. And,
If we could get just 2, it'd be better.
yeah.
Be more better. This is a case where 3 is not better than 2. Did I ever show you how Max does 3?
No. Nice. That's sick.
It'll be like, Max, how old are you? He's
Sick.
like, free.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be hating on the SG. I'm about to not hate on it.
Did you catch
so-
my free when I did 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was hoping you caught it. I was trying to reference, in Shrek, I always think that's one of the funniest things. It's like, pick free, my lord. It's like one of my favorite scenes in any movie ever. So I was hoping somebody caught that, but.
Oh yeah, and actually, just so you guys know, tonight, because Ariel was here and everything is kind of messed up, I am playing through a D25. So for
Yeah.
anybody who wants to know the signal chain, I will tell you the rest of it if you smash that like button. And if you go to, let's see, what else can we tell you to do? Go to Facebook and join the Rev community. I've actually seen a bunch of people join the community lately, which is really cool.
Yeah, we posted about it.
Yeah.
I'm using a D20, so I guess if you guys want to hear any difference between those two, because that's still something we get asked quite a bit. And it was funny, because plugging them in right away and line checking them, that's definitely brighter, like, in this application.
You want to
yeah.
know what I'm plugged into, Jason? I'm plugged into the D25. I have the gain boost engaged. It is in 25 watt mode. But the key to my sound tonight is I'm using the chat breaker with the tilt boost.
As am I, actually.
Which is strategic because the chat breaker is currently on sale for 20% off for the last that we have left. So if you guys are looking for a deal, there's actually some deals on pedals right now. Sweetwater has some of the limited edition black sparkle ones that they were blowing out at 30% off. So if you're looking for G3, G4, better get it while you can because they're going to be gone. They were almost out of them when I saw their numbers yesterday.
Sound through quick. The first thing I was thinking today, I was thinking of what guitar to play, and Luke reminded me that when I came in here today, I picked this up without really thinking about it, and I haven't played this in a while. So this thing is sick, but this with the tilt into the chat breaker is just like, I'm not a P90 guy, but like it's kind of hard to argue with that.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
it's huge.
one other thing I'll tell you, and Brent called me Derek the Closer. Yes. If there's one thing I'm really great at, it's that. I'm the least salesy salesman we could have.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I'll be like, yeah, if you're into it, you could get one, I guess, if you like it. But, yeah. But I really like this combination. And just so you guys can hear it, here's the G3 with this thing, which sounds also...
Yeah, more metal.
I did have our wonderful, wonderful friend and father of Samuel, Mr. Bruce Jacobs, a.k.a. Jake, set this guitar up for me with a brand new set of 11s on it, and he put some tender loving care into it, fixed the nut slot, and a bunch of other stuff, polished the frets, and yeah.
It's feeling good.
Yeah, so...
It's kind of hard to argue with how that sounds. Like you've said too, like all the time where you've kind of talked about how SGs aren't your thing. You've said like, I like how they sound. It's just.
I think they sound great. This one, you guys will notice. Look, I'm just sitting, and this is what I was super curious about, and it's literally.
Is it because there's another pickup in it?
What's that?
There's another pickup in it?
I did not put a roll of quarters in the back. I have not done anything that anybody says to deal with the neck dive. I have legitimately, my thought was that because the necks on the 90s are thinner than a lot of the other SGs, especially like standards that I've played, have the 50s neck, and that contributes heavily to the neck dive to me. So that is my biggest problem with this. I will admit, Ronnie, you're gonna be mad, but I don't love the dual horns. Like, I kind of think they're somewhat lame.
It's a classy look. Like
it looks like AC/DC to me, and I feel like I have to be wearing like a school, like a Catholic schoolboy uniform in order to play it.
I'm trying to think if there's any other guitar where it's like, even though it's not a signature, I see it and just immediately think of a certain artist.
Oh yeah, like it screams.
It
so
screams
AC/DC and like Tony Iommi, like.
And Black Sabbath, yeah, true.
The Tom Anderson Raven, I think of Samuel L. Jacobs.
Oh great, Luke, thanks.
You think of Big Sammy J with the Raven?
Guys are idiots.
I can see that. I understand why you would associate that. I mean, who else in history has played a Raven that is more famous than Sammy J?
A lot
There's
of people.
no one.
A lot of people.
No one.
Yeah.
No one else sits regularly on YouTube with it, I'll tell you that.
Not on Rev Amps.
Shout out to Marcus for the...
Not on Rev Amps Gear and Beer every Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Marcus from Tom Anderson for trading us so that we can have cool guitars.
Yeah. Amen. I will say it's kind of cool because we've been able to get stuff like content-wise with the guitars, and they were getting some content with the amps. Like I like having that relationship with companies, especially companies that I like.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, like having that with like Tom Anderson's great, RSCD's is great, Schecter's great. Like there are lots of guitar companies that we have good relationships with.
I'm getting a Schecter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when, but I'm getting one of the PT Nick Johnson USA's finally. So.
What finish are you getting?
It's gonna match my Strat. It's white and black, white with black pickguard.
Oh man, that's gonna be actually super nice. I'm stoked to try that.
That Budweiser's not as horrible as I remember it. I gotta admit it.
Someone asked, what's a fact?
It's very much on par with PBR, dude.
Someone asked, what's a fact about Rev that is not widely known? That's an interesting question. I was thinking about that and I couldn't think of anything. The generator was the first amp that Dan built.
Is the origin of the name like crazy well known? Because we don't talk about it a lot.
We have.
No, it's from Revelations chapter 5. I don't know what verse. I just know Revelations chapter 5.
Yeah,
Something about
that'd be a Dan question. But no, I think that's been talked about too.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 times, I think. That's the only thing I can think of.
As a company.
Do you guys know Neil Sean played our amps and in Journey, and he used them for his for Journey's induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's cool.
Which Neil Sean would be arguably then the largest artist that has ever used our stuff that we're aware of. Yeah.
Actual
that's
like artist
might not
in
be,
the flesh, yeah.
Yeah, might not be well known. I don't know what else would be a well-known fact. Dan,
unknown fact.
Unknown fact. Dan was a singer in like a hardcore. What would you call it? Like
it was like a nu metal band.
Yeah, but it was like screaming and like.
Yeah. It was like a nu metal band. Yeah.
So. Yeah. Just add deli meats. You bet.
You know, Brent.
Yeah, I don't know what else would be like
Yeah.
unknown.
Yeah. We'll see if it comes back.
Yeah, we tell you guys everything.
Yeah,
Like,
we don't
we're
really keep any
terrible at keeping
secrets. Yeah,
secrets.
even with new stuff, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we probably shouldn't have said that.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like fine.
Yeah.
But thinking back, it's like, no, I think everything's been pretty like on the table, you know, any changes we've made or like any kind of things that we've learned from mistakes or like any stuff like that. But even with like history, like I feel like a lot of it's there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
We tell a lot of people about a lot of stuff.
There are videos, Devin, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll,
just
you know what? I'll share it on our
Tonight
Facebook
is
page
at the zoo.
tomorrow.
If you go to the
Yeah.
Rev community, Sam will post it in the Rev community. Dan's going to be so
I
mad.
will. Actually, Luke, why don't you do it right now? Go find Tinnitus live at the zoo. Actually, do it after. It's fine. We'll do it later. But we'll post it. We'll find it. There is a video on YouTube. Tinnitus, Tinnitus, live at the zoo, Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And not like the animal zoo. It was like a crappy nightclub where every metal band played for 20 years. Yeah, it does sound great. Okay, what do the clean tones sound like with the 3 pickups? Like, do you know what the switches are doing? Is it literally like, is the middle all of them, or is the middle just the middle?
So your dad explained this to me.
Good. Because obviously it's not like a completely standard SG, but it's something cool that we can mess around with.
I will admit that, like, that sound is better than most Les Pauls for cleans that...
That's great. You're in the middle.
No, I'm on the neck.
Oh. That does sound good.
So the middle is these two, is what I believe your dad told me at first. And then there's a tap. And then it becomes the back two.
Cool.
So I don't think it is ever just...
Just the middle.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a cool sound. So it's only on in that one position when the pot's out.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'd have to double check with your dad. He explained it to me, but you know how good I am at retaining information about
Based on what
things
you
that-
just played, that sounded right.
where I'm like, I'm not actually going to use that ever. Somebody asked if it was true that Dan got his start modding Line 6 amps. No.
Line 6 amps.
So, but there is truth to that. So that's not how he got his start, but one of the first things that he did have was he would do amp mods and stuff for people. He would do repairs and mods, okay? So while he was designing the generator, he had somebody who had a Line 6, the Bogner Line 6 thing, and that guy asked him if he could mod it to have the generator circuit. So Dan modded one, and I believe it even had, he put a Rev logo in the, like where the, because the Line 6 Bogner thing had an acrylic plate. So
I remember when they did that. What was it called? The Alchemists or something? No, it was like some sort of hybrid thing.
it's kind of like that. So
Yeah. Who has that amp?
I don't know, some dude. Rockin' the Free World Super Jam 2017. You can see the Rev on stage with Journey, Rush, Pearl Jam. Yes, it was awesome.
That's cool.
Do you guys, can you scroll up just a second? What do you guys do for setups on your guitars? I really love the setup on my Misha Jackson's SoCal, but it was set up at Wildwood. As I was mentioning, Sam's dad does all my setups, or Sam does.
Yeah.
And Sam is like a younger, slightly different version of his dad, which is weird, right? Like, how could that be? That he would be very much like his dad, just somewhat younger and like a little bit different.
Yeah, who would have guessed? Yeah,
So-
I mean, he definitely is a cut above what I do in terms of that type of work. But yeah, like just from Teching Live and stuff like that and learning a bit from him. Like usually if we need setups, I would say quickly, or if there's like a whole whack of guitars that we need to do for like a trade show or something, I'll just do it. But if there's stuff you like actually want to get a setup for something like this or for trips or like whatever, he'll do
Typically,
it.
the way I look at it is if you smash that like button, I'll tell you. No, the way that I look at it is that we went down in viewers when I said that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Maybe don't.
You know what? I won't ask you to do that anymore. No. Normally, what happens is when I buy a new guitar, either brand new or used, I'll have Bruce be the first person to set it up. And then it kind of gets like whatever. Like this one I took to him because I wanted it like gone through. And not that you wouldn't do that, but if you do that, then you're not doing your actual real job that's important here.
Yeah.
So I take them to your dad whenever they're new to me. And then after that, I often get you to do like
tweaks.
the tweaks and setups from then on
like
out.
seasonal kind of stuff. Yeah.
And then I'll get Bruce to do like, when Sean's come up here in the past, I'll take the guitars to Bruce because literally I have never had a professional ever come and play a guitar that Bruce has set up and not been like, yeah, this guitar is like crap. Like every one of them is like, these guitars are awesome.
I was going to say I've had that several times where people are like, where did you get this set up? I was like,
my dad did it.
Yeah, my dad did it. Yeah, no, it's kind of funny. Like your that red Strat you had.
Yeah, Tremonti wanted to buy it from me because Bruce set it up. And he's like, this guitar is awesome. And actually, he wanted to buy that horrible gold Les Paul. I should have sold it back in like 2015 when Mark tried it.
Right, yeah. That traditional or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to stop calling it horrible. I have it for sale right now. I mean, that nice Les Paul from
the one that you don't like as much as your others. You have enough.
Yeah, so back to the old SGs. You can scroll to the new messages now there, Luke. Thanks for paying attention there, bud. That's really good.
I was highlighting a comment.
Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't know which one it was.
This one right here with the Line 6 Bogner amp.
What's that?
He was talking about the Line 6
Oh, your
Bogner.
buddy might have the exact amp? Yeah.
That's very cool. If you do, that's sick.
Yeah. It was a dude up in Flin Flon. That is correct. Or at least he was north of the city, Thompson, Flin Flon.
That's up there.
Flin Flon, something like that. Yeah. So, SGs, I've always liked how they sounded. I never really liked how they looked. But the big problem for me is always the neck dive. That's the thing that gets me every time.
And that one doesn't do it.
It has a tiny amount. Like, you got to be, like, if I had it on a strap, like, if you let it start, it's going to go.
Once it goes, yeah.
Yeah. Which, actually, is funny. The guys at Gibson told me, just fix it by putting a button in the horn. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to.
What's funny is this has the opposite problem because if I let go of it, it just falls.
Yeah, that's the way you want, though. Because the badass guitar player stance is not this. It's this. Just ask Zach Wild.
That's why.
Yeah,
that's why
exactly.
It's always at their ankles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Dorian punk rock styles. Yeah. Devin, wait. Flin Flon is a thing.
Flin Flon is a place, yeah.
Yes.
Flin Flon, Manitoba. And the guy's name, literally not joking, was Flintaberry Floniton.
Flintabetty Floniton.
Flintabetty Floniton. That was literally the guy's name. It's not made up.
I've been there before. And actually, there's a big statue outside, and he's got his thumb up. And if you stand the right way, his thumb looks like a wiener.
You would care about that.
Dude, I played one show in Flin Flon, and I made so much money to go to Flin Flon to play a show.
How far is it? Like 6 hours?
8 maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's about the same as Thompson.
We played in like Neepawa or somewhere first. So, yes.
Alex at Israel, look it up. Flin Flon, Manitoba, and look up the history of it on Wikipedia.
Somebody asked us if we would ever do a plug-in suite. Yes, we would. It's just not high on our list of like things to work on right now.
Yeah.
I have a huge list of projects.
I'm just imagining all these guys looking up Flin Flon home and being like, what?
Yeah. Go find
I can literally see the face that Alex Kelly is making looking at.
The Ninja's out. The Ninja sent me a post of a knockoff Dumble.
Oh, yeah.
That's like an actual, like it says over our special by Dumble, but it's $1,700, and it said it looks like a bad cat inside.
Dang. Devin, there's not much there. There's the statue of the Flin Flon guy and like a couple restaurants.
There's a nickel mine.
Is it? Well, yeah, but if you're there, you live there.
Dude, it's awesome. Like Northern Ontario, Northern Canada. I don't want to live there, but going up there to visit, it's gorgeous. And yeah, I mean, the show that I played there was there's only like 60 or 70 kids at it, but it was one of the most fun shows I've ever played.
Nice.
It was
awesome.
a ton of fun.
Yeah, we went up and a lot more sketchy, but we went up and did a show in the PA. And it was Annex 3, and it was the same thing. There's like maybe 50 kids, but like they literally had an arena rented out, and like we got treated so well. Like it was very cool.
All right, I'll give you the sidebar of this. So we were playing. I played in a Christian rock band, so we were playing at a church, and instead of getting us hotels, we would always allow people to billet us because we never worried about whether or not anything was going to go wrong doing that. So. So we get up there, they had like a small radio station, and like we did our sound check. They brought us in for an interview at their radio station, and then they took us back to the church, and in the basement of the church, for supper, instead of buying like pizza or whatever you would normally get, they had like a bunch of like old Ukrainian grandmas cook us dinner. So there was like fresh pierogies and meatballs.
Sausage.
And like there's a massive table. There were 5 of us in the band plus a merch guy.
Yeah.
There's a massive table full of stuff that we were like, we thought you'd buy us 2 pizzas and be like, all right, here you go.
Here you
Because that's
go.
normally what people would do.
Yeah. Oh man, anytime it was a home cooked meal,
Dude,
yeah, it was the best.
that's not the half of it. So then when you get billeted or when you hang with friends and stay at their places, normally what happens? You end up on a floor with a sleeping bag, couch,
Best.
whatever it is. Well, there's 5 of you fighting for the 2, like either couches or chairs that there are. And we got billeted at this people's place where it was like a cottage house on a lake. I mean, it was cold, so we weren't going in the water, but we each had our own bedrooms, and they were like the town caterers. So when we got there, they had like the catering trays full of like 5 or 6 different types of wing flavors. This is in the early 2000s too.
Right.
Like remember that
I remember touring in the
like-
early 2000s. It was not like that.
No.
Not at all.
So we all had our own bedrooms. There was like 3 showers in this place. I was like, how is this a thing? And honestly, we made like thousands of dollars to go do this show, which as a small band was
it's
a huge deal. And,
Yes, even
and
when you're
merch.
driving for 8 hours to get there was worth it, you know?
Well, and we had stops along the way. Like we played in Neepawa, Manitoba, and like a couple other places on the way there and on the way back to make it worthwhile.
And even those like shows normally, when it's not like a sponsor thing, they generally do pretty well because like not a lot of people come up there to play.
Yep.
When people go to play, people want to go watch. You know,
Dude,
like the whole town goes. Like
We sold like probably $2,000 worth of merchandise to 60-some kids because no one goes there. Loved it.
it's a good head
One
count.
of my most fun like tour stories, and that's over. Like it's been 20 years since I did that, and I still remember everything about it, which I cannot say about a lot of the other shows that we played. And I didn't
For
drink
sure.
at all back then, so like
No.
like it's not like I was
Not like
hammered.
they were blacked out.
No,
Yeah.
no. So yeah, how's that SG? It's
good.
Really nice. It sounds great, feels great.
Yeah, I want to give it a shot in a minute.
Yeah, it's still an SG. So yeah, it's
Sweet.
pretty slick. I will say that I don't know enough like AC/DC riffs or other like cool SG band riffs. Okay, Ronnie, it's so funny that you're bringing up Steel Dragon because Dorian and I were listening to Steel Dragon with Adrian when we were in Minnesota. Do you know Steel Dragon? No? Have you seen the movie Rockstar? What?
No. When's it from?
Oh, early 2000s.
Okay, maybe I should have seen
Late 90s, early 2000s? Yeah.
Yeah.
Early 2000s.
Maybe
I think
should've
we
seen
had
it
this
then.
argument, or I think we had this conversation, and I was like, I think with Dorian, and I think it was like 2001 it came out maybe.
Okay.
But anyway, it's Mark Wahlberg, and it's kind of the story of Judas Priest, like roughly, where
Right.
they kick their singer out because they find out he's gay, and then Mark Wahlberg comes in to replace him. And Miles Kennedy's in this movie before Alter Bridge was huge. It's awesome.
Cool.
And the band is like Zach Wilde, Ronnie, help me out. Who else is in the band? It's an actual like heavy hitter.
It's like real
band.
musicians.
And
yeah.
dude, like some of the songs, like he's saying like stand up and shout. Like some of the tunes are really awesome.
That's sick.
Like 80s riffs. So
That's sick.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll have to watch it for sure.
Ronnie knows exactly what it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Zach Wilde is in the band. He's in the movie. Yep. He's his character's name is Goad. Almost like Chode, but Goad. Luke's losing it at that.
In honor of Zach Wilde.
Oh, Ronnie is like screaming at his screen right now as you try to do pick squeals on a Les Paul with a D40.
Oh, it worked. You just gotta go and drop. There you go.
Yeah, I put the G3 on.
There you
There
got
you
it. Oh, that was a good. That's like the low one. You needed so many there. There you go. Dan, you're correct. Okay.
You don't like it or what?
No, it's all about like the hitting the vibrato in the tasty spot.
Yeah. Gotta give it a second to breathe.
Yeah, exactly. Even like normal vibrato. Man, I was inspired because Nolly posted like a demo video playing like some Killswitch riffs, and I went back and listened to some Killswitch stuff, and like yeah, same thing. Like just great vibrato, great riffs. Luke doesn't like them. Luke, you like the riffs for sure. You don't like the vocals, that's one thing, but
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
yeah, the riffs are great.
On the road, they're great.
Yeah.
Just the voice.
When we'll see, let Luke come back again. I don't know when we'll be back in Sweetwater again. It's gonna be a minute now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that better, Luke?
Significantly.
Too many chugs.
All right, you want to try it?
Yeah, let's go to go. Give you this guy.
The Arnuff.
Oh, it's heavier than I thought. It's pretty solid.
You guys got anything new? I mean, I got that SG.
I got these in-ears.
Yeah, you were saying like you
Okay,
got
so
like
this is-
Alibaba in-ears.
Okay, so this sounds hilarious, but I was on a gig a month and a bit ago.
You should put that, Luke.
Luke says he got a fret wrap. Nice. It's helpful. I was on a gig like a month
Wait.
ago doing a corporate gig.
Wait, are we missing our fret wrap?
Wait, do
Luke, where'd you get your fret wrap from, bud?
do we have some here?
Got from the old Long McQuaid on Pemina.
Okay.
Jeff helped me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's see if this
Yeah,
is
Jeff helped
tune
you?
now that I'm tuning it.
Nice.
Nope. It's quite thick sounding compared to what I expected.
Yeah. It's loud acoustically too, hey? Like in the room?
It's for you, Luke.
Wait, listen to how much louder. They can't hear this, so it's useless for them, but how
Well,
much
it's
louder
going
you
through
are
the mics.
acoustically than this thing is.
It is really loud, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of low end there. Like I wanna hit that with the tilt a little bit. That's how you get rid of that. Yeah, dude, this is great.
Yeah, it feels really good today.
It is more balanced. It's heavier though than I expected to. Like I feel like maybe just the fact that it is heavier, yeah, as you were saying, kind of helps that. And also maybe just having more here. I don't know if the pickup helps or what, but. It's a good one for you. Anyway, so yeah, these in-ears. So I was on a corporate gig like a month ago, and the drummer on the gig and the band leader are both like pretty into like studio work, like pretty big audiophiles, like different monitors and like, you know, tons of different stuff that they're into just for like actual playback. And the bassist on the gig was talking about these. They're called KZs or KZs. I got them on Alibaba. They were $50. And he's like, yeah, just like, he's like talking them up, like, and we tried them, and I guess Cody, the drummer, compared them to like a high-end set of generics he had worth like $800 or $900, and like they sounded literally on par with them. Carlin got a pair, compared them to a couple high-end pairs he has, and they sound awesome. They're built like, you know, not great obviously, but they sound super
but
good.
Just get like 2 or 3 pairs.
I ordered a couple of pairs, and like they sound so much better than what I was using, and I was just using a generic set of Shure. I'm sure a high-end set of Shure would sound better, but like for $50, they sound probably, and I'm not exaggerating when I say they sound probably like a $600 or $700 set of in-ears, but they're not built super great. So we'll see how long they last, but yeah, worth trying out if anyone feels like spending $50 on a set of in-ears from Alibaba and actually being impressed. Two EVH Frankies, a silver burst and a vintage burst. Nice. There you go.
Nice. There's Silverburst Frankie, or is that you got a Silverburst Les Paul? That's a Hall, Martin. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else now. That's pretty much it. Oh, there is. Whoa, that's cool. That's sick. I would play that.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I'd never seen the Silverburst TVH. Dang.
I didn't know they made one either. I mean, Silverburst is not my favorite color. No offense, Martin, but it's less of my favorite.
I saw a funny, speaking of Ben Hill, I saw a funny crossover today. Wolf was at Drumeo, because he plays drums. Drumeo's like that drum studio in Vancouver. Dallas's drum tech, Tyson, is like the in-house studio tech there. And Flav occasionally will Flav rents out backline kits and stuff in Vancouver because he has like a ton of like really nice kits. And there's a picture of Wolf wearing an interval shirt playing Flav's Vistalites.
Nice.
And it's funny because Nathan has teched for Flav at a Dallas show before, so it's just like a funny kind of full circle thing. Like,
so what you're saying is you're not friends with Wolf?
Intervals is, I'm not, I wasn't on that tour, but
you were in Intervals, so you and Wolf best friends? Besties?
No.
I'll call Timbo and see how it's going.
Yeah, exactly. No, but they they open for him, and like those guys are all super tight,
yeah,
which is cool.
Wolf's really nice, and he's
they said
huge Intervals fan. Like,
they said he's like the nicest dude ever.
Yeah,
so that's good. Yeah,
I've met him like 3 or 4 times. I don't know him like I couldn't like text him or call him up or anything, but yeah, anytime I've talked to him, like super nice guy. And man, Mammoth at the Metallica show, Mammoth was the best sounding band, hands down. Like so good. That's not working very well. Yeah, you do need to hang out with Sammy's friends. I don't know about Scott. Scott doesn't have very many friends. At least if we're talking about my brother Scott. Just Luke.
Luke says only pastors.
Gotcha. Is that like OnlyFans, but a new website? Only pastors?
Oh no, that's whoa, no! I don't know if I want to be on that site. Friedman Vintage Tea.
Oh, cool. Nice.
I don't know if I've tried any of the Friedman guitars. Has anyone here played them?
Yeah, I had one.
Yeah, they're good.
I had a.
Oh yeah, you did have.
I had a Telly for a while. Really great.
I don't know why I didn't play it when you
had
it.
Grover Jackson used to build them all. I don't know if he's still building them. I think Billy at Rock and Roll Relics might be building them now. But yeah, really great stuff.
Cool.
And Dave's got like good taste for what things should be.
Right.
Like. Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna play this thing a little bit more. I want to try the clean sounds on it because getting some nice sounds.
How about you guys here? How many of you guys own SGs and how many of you are SG fans? I know Ronnie is. Like, Ronnie is probably the biggest SG fan I know. The old shit guitar.
No, this one's good.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not gonna change it from being called shit guitar. Mike's got 2. What are they, Mike? Yeah, that sounds really good.
So you're saying when you tap it in the middle, it's both of these?
Yeah, let me see. You're texting me. What colors are your guys' SGs? I got to admit, I'm not a big wine red fan.
That is what it is.
I don't hate how this guitar looks by any means.
So this is the normal middle setting, which you said is these two?
Yes.
And this is the middle and the bridge.
Guitar and harp. Are you a store or is your name just guitar and harp because you're into both? Ronnie named his SG Angus. Nice. Oh, Mike, you were referring to Friedman's. Gotcha. Yeah. Which Friedmans do you have? Post pictures of your guys' SGs, Friedmans, whatever that is, in the whatever you got in the Rev community for us to check out. You think Grover Jackson retired? I thought Grover moved to Nashville, and is just out of California. But I think Grover is still building some stuff, but I don't know. I could be wrong. So, yeah.
That's just the D20 with no pedals.
But with the ARP or something.
Both of these. There's lots of, but like the gain tone.
I might want to lower that bridge pickup. It feels a little bit high, like I was kind of hitting it weird when I picked back that bridge. All right, I choked down that Budweiser. Ugh. What are you guys drinking tonight? I forgot to ask that earlier.
You did.
Yeah, Rob says he thinks that Grover is building the Morgan guitars, but don't quote him on that. I'm pretty sure Grover is still doing some builds. I thought he was possibly doing the J-Rocket guitars as well, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I know he's in Nashville now, so.
This thing sounds awesome.
Yeah. Go ahead. He actually thinks you're a commie, dude.
Oh, the G string has drifted. It's only a matter of time. What's that? Is there a run you were doing at the end?
Just that.
Different sound, eh? Like, yeah, plug this in and play the same thing.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, your volume pedal was down.
Do you want this?
Like, yeah, I'll take that.
No, I had my volume pedal up.
Okay. I was gonna say, because that, like, the SG, it oddly sounds like chubbier to me, not in a bad way, but like, yeah. Yeah, I did, Luke. Yeah.
Yeah, it does sound cool if you pull the volume pedal back.
It Just like rolling off your knob.
You like rolling off your knob?
I knew you were gonna say something as soon as I said that.
Both of us.
The second that came out of my mouth, I was like, damn it.
I wish you guys could see Luke.
Both of us just
Luke's
lit up.
always like, he's like leaned as far back as you can imagine in his chair. Like, hold on. Go back to your normal.
I can show it on the stream here.
Okay.
All right.
Show everybody
So-
what you normally look like.
Normally, I'm kind of just sitting here going.
Yeah. Just hanging out. And as soon as he said, roll off your knob, Luke like right up and like sits up and looks at me. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, man. You guys are both 16 still. Dave says he looked up too. Maybe they shouldn't name so many music things like that. Like, who came up with Big Ben's nut sauce? It works great.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever used it on their guitars? It's awesome.
I don't have anybody's nut sauce.
You're dumb. They work. It's too bad because it works great on Les Pauls. Unironically, if you guys use nut sauce when you're setting up guitars on a guitar like a Les Paul, it helps a lot with
Just
string
keep saying
slippage.
it, it'll make it better.
Yeah, nut sauce helps with slippage. Nut sauce helps with string slippage. It actually is great.
I do have to take.
Big Ben's, there you go. He's got it. Scott has some.
I need to take these dumb things off. You guys probably can't see them, but like these little indicators for like your volume and that, they're so sharp. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Like, that hurts.
Poke yourself on them. Especially with that one where you're pushing the pot down.
Yeah, no way.
Dan asked if we prefer 50s or modern wiring Les Pauls. I'm definitely a modern wiring fan if I'm going to play Les Paul, which I don't often, which I am, ironically am right now, but usually don't. So.
What do you mean by 50s versus modern wiring?
Just,
Like-
in terms of like the types of pots and stuff that are being used.
I think 50s.
Yeah?
Yeah, like PAF
Yeah.
pickups and like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would prefer that over modern.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, thumb bleeders.
Thumb bleeders.
Yeah.
What are they actually called?
I don't know. They're
Hooks.
stupid though.
Hooks.
Should have told your dad when he did this. Like, get that out of there. I don't need to roll anything back anyway.
Whatever happened to the demo song you recorded on Gear and Beer? We used it
Oh, yeah.
for a product demo video. That's a good question, Mike. Which one did we use it for? We ended up using it for a product demo. We were writing it for a specific thing. No, we weren't. Whatever happened with it? Should I mix it into a playthrough?
We
for
were doing it for something. We just never finished it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so.
Whatever happened to
It's
it? Nothing.
Nothing. It's well, no. We should do a video for it. It's on my.
No, it's for those shorts that we were talking about doing.
Oh.
And we just haven't done them yet.
Yes. Okay. That is going to be for a thing. Yeah. You're right. Forgot about that.
I would just like you guys to know that the amount of things that get half done around here when it comes to media.
Oh, big time.
It's
we
like
have lots of great
everything.
ideas, and then we just run out of time
Yeah.
and then have to do other stuff because we don't have a huge staff here. And like Derek and I, while being involved with media, also are doing all of the shop stuff. Not all. Like we have a great team here that do a lot of work, but like there's a lot of us, a lot that we have to oversee that is not media related, but we also have to oversee all of that. So it's a lot to do. So we have a lot of great ideas that we have not fully been able to complete.
And there's one massive bottleneck at our company, and his name is Dorian. Not his fault, but everything.
He has way too much responsibility for one
Everything
person.
feeds to Dorian when it's like, oh, like we'll quickly be like, okay, we got this done. Now you edit a video and get it ready.
Yeah, literally, he ends up having to
he'll be
do
like-
everything that the rest of us do.
I'll be like,
So
and
it's-
while you're editing that, if you could also design these 4 stickers that we need for this show, if you could also do this other video that I need for Guitar Fest, but
also
also
do the
take your
manuals for this.
Yes.
Yeah, he has so much stuff to do, and it's not even remotely his fault because there's so much stuff. But we're also a small company, so
Yes.
we're still working through it. But anyways, that's
And
a good
and you might
reminder.
ask,
Thank you, Mike.
wouldn't you just hire more people if that's the case? And I would tell you, if we had more money, we would do that. So, that's That's how it goes when you're a small company. So,
Yep.
Ronnie, yes, that is my poor rendition of the Pumpkins' Beguiled.
Yeah, that's what Richard was talking about.
The idea Fairy visits you and Dorian has to deal with fallout, that is 100% true. Well, one caveat. Sam and Dorian have to deal with the fallout because I will almost... Do you think it's wrong to say that it's either a daily or every other day occurrence that I come in and be like, hey, I saw something last night and I think that we should do this?
And it usually changes what we had thought about the previous day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree
or
with
it's
that.
something completely different than what we've been doing, being like, hey, we should also do this now.
Yes.
And yeah.
That is
so,
correct. And then Dorian and I have to do it.
So, hey, Rich, how's it going? Stop whining.
Rich, what's up, buddy?
Nice. I didn't know I was whining that much, man. Shit. I guess I'll stop.
I'm gonna learn more of like the like actual kind of like cool country kind of licks.
I'm
not very good at that stuff.
I'm just gonna work on my.
That's great. That exactly is the idea, Fairy. Correct. Yeah, sorry, so Richard said the 50s wiring is basically the cap to a different lug on the tone pot, allegedly makes the tone more responsive. I wonder what of your guitars have what?
Don't know. I'm assuming that has the 50s wiring because that's a 59. That thing sounds awesome.
It does. You also assume that I use the tone pot on a Les Paul or any guitar.
Oh, no, yeah. Tone controls don't need to be on guitars, really. Although a Les Paul with like 2 pots, how wrong would that look to you?
I could use that. That's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, how wrong would that guitar look if it only had 2 controls?
It's almost fuzzy like that with a cool fuzz pedal.
Fine, don't answer. Never mind. I'll just go screw myself.
That's cool. I like it. But have
You
I?
don't even know what I asked you, and I asked it twice.
I was playing. Sorry, I was messing around with the tone pot.
I like that Luke is losing it. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna ask you
Yeah.
again.
Now I'm done doing what I was doing. You can ask it. What's up?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Good.
I said, how ridiculous would a Les Paul look if
With two knobs.
With 2 knobs.
Yes, I heard that. I just was still trying to figure out which knob was doing what. That would look dumb. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a question. It's kind of like if the dog wore pants, how would he wear them? What would the two knobs be if it was on a Les Paul?
Just
would it be these two, or would it be these two, or would it be these two? Like
no, it's all
positioning.
bad. Even thinking about it makes me sad.
I think it would be that one and that one.
Yeah.
You think the same, Luke?
Yeah, but it all makes me sad.
Yeah.
Can we not talk about this anymore?
If a Les Paul had 2 knobs, what would it have? That and that. That's what I say.
Who else thinks it would be okay if a Les Paul had 2 knobs?
I don't think it would be okay. I'm not saying I think it would be okay. I'm trying to say if it did, what would look the least crappy.
GSN 72. Have I tried the Dirty Fingers pickup? Hell yes, I have. And do I love it? Absolutely. It's a killer pickup. It used to be in a couple of the guitars here. The testing guitar, when we used to use that PRS single cut SE, that thing had a Dirty Fingers in the bridge. It might still actually, Luke, where is the, oh yeah?
Do you want it?
Yeah, I do. I want to get that Dirty Fingers. Have you ever heard the Dirty Fingers?
I don't think I have. I was going to ask, who makes the pickups?
Gibson Dirty
Oh,
Fingers.
yeah. Okay.
That Smashing Pumpkin rips. It does. That's also true.
does.
That riff is awesome.
Smashing Pumpkin rips.
Yeah.
Richard says Les Paul Jr. only has 2 knobs. Yeah, I think that's okay, though. What about an SG with 2 knobs? You don't like how it looks anyway. But I think that's better than a Les Paul.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm terrible at like things that like even I will say this. I appreciate that my Schecter only has 2.
Yeah.
But
I prefer that when it works. But like,
if I just looked at it after looking at a Strat, though, I'd be like, why is there only 2?
right.
You know?
Yep.
Even though there's 0 chance I use the 3 controls on the Strat ever.
Yeah.
Like, nope. Not a chance.
Nope. You can drop D.
I knew that.
Yeah, Rich is right. Les Paul Jr. But I think on the Les Paul Jr. it looks good. I didn't even think of that. That's the only Gibson I guess would have 2 knobs. Yeah, it is the only Gibson. It's weird to me, yeah. All the Gibsons have 4 knobs. It's interesting.
This guitar is super comfortable. Anybody else buy a 90s Les Paul yet? Or any 90s Gibson? Now I'm like really interested in like Firebird.
Right.
And an Explorer, especially an Explorer.
No V for Derek.
Nah. I used to have a V. I can't stand. I don't like. Yeah, Rob, this SG is really nice.
It sounds great. It's super fat, like way more than I thought.
Like I said, I've always thought they sounded better. Like Brent used to record tons of like little like metal bands and hardcore bands in Winnipeg, right? And they would come in and bring in their like LTDs and whatever else.
The LTD Viper.
And even if guys had Les Pauls, right? Like they'd go to record with them, and then Brent would pull out one of I think he had 2 SGs at the time. Brent would pull out one of the 2 SGs and plug it in, and you'd immediately be like, "Yep, nope, that's the sound."
That's
like,
the one.
SG with a
especially for punk stuff, like
with a rectifier.
Stuff.
So fat, like.
Yeah.
I was like, why does this feel so different? We haven't set this one up yet.
No, not quite.
And it still has 10s on it.
It's funny going to a guitar that's like actually set up and then something that's not. You feel it. Like the setup makes a ton of difference in how a guitar plays.
Well, there's so much fret buzz on this right now because, like it's got crazy low action for one.
Yeah, and that takes a lot of the attack out of it too.
It's got 10s and it's down a half step and then drop C sharp.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
So.
That's huge.
Dan, worst salesman ever. The answer was no, Rob. The SG doesn't sound that good. It's all the D25. Correct. It's all the Chat Breaker, which is currently on sale at Sweetwater or through us for 20% off if you want one. Get it now while it's hot. Actually, while you can still get them. We're going to get rid of them. When these ones sell, that's the end of the Chat Breaker. I don't know how we ended up with like more stuff. I don't know if like Dan when he ordered like
I think
more than
Did we initially want to do more of them or no?
Well, I had ordered I didn't order it. I had told Dan to order boards so that we could give some away to some like artist friends because I was like and some dealers were gonna be upset they didn't get to sell them.
Oh yeah, Brad made a good point. 4 knobs on a single pickup would drive me crazy. Les Paul Jr. 1 pickup, 2 knobs makes sense.
Yep. You guys should demo some of the amps sometimes with P90 and maybe some punk sounds instead of always just hookers. Humbuckers.
Nice. We actually have some P90s here, Rich. Yeah, we just have them right next to us. I actually was playing the Novo earlier today.
Yep. I only have one guitar with P90s, really. I need to get more, but...
Well, actually, let's compare. Let's do the SG and then let's do the
Novo?
The
Novo. Okay, here, give me the Novo. I'll put this on the stand. I really want to play Ariel's 2-Rock that's sitting behind me.
I know,
but I know
looks so nice.
He has it like dialed in for his sounds, and I'm like, oh, I should just sneaky play that. Manny will come in and like, even if I put all the knobs back in the exact same space, like Manny will like walk into the shop and immediately be like, something is wrong. There's a disturbance in the force. Did you strike out, Luke?
Yeah, it's right here.
Really?
I think so.
It's in a bag.
I was gonna say.
Man, this Novo feels good. That's got the Dirty Fingers. The Dirty. You want to hang it on the wall there? Sure. Because we're talking about the P90s right now. So, what are you gonna play?
I don't know. Just gonna compare the P90s with the humbuckers. Just play some of the same riffs.
Okay.
Let's try. Cause yeah, I'm curious. Oh.
Jake, I don't know what you're talking about when you say Gibson.
Did you tell him?
No,
I
he
know.
set it up.
No, I know. I just meant.
Yeah.
Like, did you tell him not to say anything?
No. Thanks,
So,
Jake.
It's crazy good. We'll talk about that more. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna play a couple things so Rich can hear the difference with the P90s. But okay, switch.
All right. All right, okay.
Okay.
All right, okay.
P90s.
All right, okay.
These are way more aggressive than I thought they'd be.
Yeah. Lindy Fralin P90s. Thanks, Pierre.
Very different. This
Yeah.
guitar is so big sounding.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's crazy considering how thin the body is.
Yeah,
too, like.
it doesn't make a lot of sense really.
Do you guys own any Charvels or Jacksons or EVHs? I have a Charvel Model 6 from the 80s. Guitar's badass. Neck through body. Kaler trim, which is very polarizing. I also have I have the EVH Frankenstrat, but I don't have any other EVHs. But I do have one of the original USA standard PV Wolfgangs, and I have, actually I have two Wolfgangs. And then I've also got a Ernie Ball Music Man Van Halen. And we have a Jackson 7-string with an Evertune here.
I used to own a Charvel SoCal, I think. It was like a Japanese one when they did in there for a minute, and it was a really cool guitar.
The Jackson Misha, or like, which is pretty much a Charvel
Misha's Strat looks insane.
Yeah, it looks killer.
Yeah, I would play that.
Yeah, I would love one of those. We can put the Charvel on another show. It's like...
Oh, and Stringers Jacksons. Yeah, we played those too.
It's, just so you know, the guitars are stored above my office, which there is no staircase to get through. We have to set up a ladder. So Luke just went to get this one from up there, and it turned out that it was down here. But it's kind of a pain to deal with. So give me a second to get this into...
Two knobs on that, too.
Where'd the SG
Yeah, I
go?
was going to say, it doesn't look terrible.
I'll grab the
right
SG if you're using that, yeah.
This is the Dirty Fingers.
Yeah, I'll try them after.
Dirty Fingers guitar.
Dirty
The
Fingers
Dirty.
guitar.
Joe Dierte. Also a great movie from like 90s, early 2000s, whenever that's from.
Will, the RGD's a really cool guitar. I remember playing those.
Oh,
like, it's
who
like kind of the
did this?
When's that's been in a case. I don't even remember seeing that
Look
guitar.
at what they did to the strings, Sam.
What, the strings?
Look at
Oh,
how they...
no.
No.
Wait. What happened here?
They wound them backwards.
Let me see.
I wonder who did that.
Carl.
No.
You?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Didn't we restring these? We
Luke.
restrung it because there was only one string.
No!
This was like 3 years ago.
Dude.
Oh, no.
This is before I knew about the 3 and 3 and how to do it.
Oh, Luke, that's okay. That's okay. You
Sorry.
tried your best, buddy.
I
I
tried.
hate you right now.
I tried. Hey, at least I owned up to it.
Are you sure it wasn't Carl? Because Carl
No.
had this guitar at his house for most of the pandemic.
Yeah, but then we were doing that PRS shootout.
Carl wouldn't do that.
We were doing the PRS
Carl.
shootout. No, he's
Carl
too,
wouldn't do that. No,
He's
Luke
too
would.
smart for that.
Carl's too much of a pro.
Yeah.
Bass player, but as this guitar was set up by a bass player.
Yes. We didn't actually have this guitar on the SG or on the PRS Shudo, did we? I don't think we got to it.
But we had it because Carl had it with a broken string.
Yeah. So I was like, the strings feel really
Right.
new. Ready? That's the Dirty Fingers.
Why are they in that guitar? They're Gibson pickups?
Okay, this guitar needs to set up horribly because it's like buzzing like crazy, but I put it in here because I really, really liked how this sounded.
Right.
So when this was the original like shop testing guitar, oh, what's going on there, Cody?
Cody!
When this
on,
was
buddy?
the original shop testing guitar,
Right.
I wanted something that sounded
Before-
really good, and this is just an SE, so
Before we use the RG.
this sounds way better than the RG. You guys should go back to using this. Although this is in really good shape.
I would be down to use. Well, the RG is just dirty. It's in good shape, but it's dirty.
You're welcome.
Oh no.
Oh, it's so hard to tune. It's all bass backwards. So remember my clear guitar?
Yes.
My clear guitar had, like my acrylic guitar, had the Dirty Fingers in it as well. And actually, you know what? Full circle, because you're into that tonight with the, with your story about Wolfie.
Yeah.
I learned about the Dirty Fingers from Brent McRae, from him having it in his SG that he used to record all those bands. That I was like, this thing
Crazy.
sounds crazy good.
That's cool. I like this guitar. I don't hate how this looks either, honestly.
I forgot I own this guitar. I'm supposed to give my son a red guitar once he's potty trained.
I'm sure he'll be able to hold that once he's potty trained.
What are you talking about?
He'll be too small to play it. Michael, no, he's not.
It does. Oh, chipped. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna. Yeah. Gotta learn how to play the Cheeto slide, buddy. That is so loud acoustically. I can't get over
This guitar,
like,
it is.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
That's like probably like because it's so heavy. Like for an SG, this is crazy heavy, and like sonically, it has so much depth too. Like this is probably one of the better sounding SGs I've played. Honestly.
It's cool. Oh yeah.
So you're playing earlier, Rosanna. Is that what you were playing?
I was trying to.
It's a good riff. Yes, it does, Martin. It's a horribly bad setup.
That's a great riff. I
Such a
wish
good
I actually
riff.
knew how to play it.
Yeah, such a good riff. Rich, I wouldn't say any of our amps are like specifically British voice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say any of them are like specifically British voiced. I will say the 10th anniversary and the G50 are EL34 powered, so they do get a little more into that realm in terms of how the mids respond. But they're still, I don't know, they're not really voiced on anything, but they are pretty round and kind of big still. Dad, you're all good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I like how
it feels awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's for another time.
That's the point of it. Yeah.
Did I tell you about? I can't tell the story about him, but I was trying to get my buddy Chuck to tell a story in front of Dorian, and he had the best line I've ever heard. And he looks at me and he's like, and we're in a bar, right? So it's fairly loud. And he looks at me across the table. He's like, "Those are quiet stories for quiet times."
That's awesome.
Quiet stories for. Yeah.
That's really funny. Nice Sharona.
Bye, shawarma.
9 Coronas.
9 Corona. Nice.
You've never heard that version?
No.
Oh.
Nice. Oh, nice. Good. Bruce, I got to give this guitar to you to set up. This is a nice one.
Yeah, that's the R9.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheers. Now it's time for Radler. But Budweiser time's over. What are you guys drinking? Also, you know what I didn't ask earlier? I can see that Wayne Memphis Mojo is probably from Memphis. Just going to put that out there. But where's everybody watching from tonight? Notice how I cracked that.
Oh, there you go. Crack the code there.
I cracked that Radler,
also-
though, and we went up 10 viewers.
He's also saying, nice, they just want the Waterloo. He's saying D20, yeah, solid praise and worship amp. I think you guys definitely had that in mind when it was coming together. That was certainly a conscious intention.
Yeah. My brother is a Pentecostal pastor, and I played at his church for forever until Luke is old enough to play, and then now I never play there. So, yes. Whoa. Whose 91 Les Paul are you refretting, Jake?
It's client privilege.
No. You should put a note in that.
He's putting stainless steel on it.
Yeah. You should put a note in that person's case that says,
If you want to sell.
when you want to sell this,
Contact
I know
Eric
your
Giesfeld.
guy. Bruce, you have my number. You can put it in there. Vancouver Island, nice.
Nice. One of my favorite places.
We are in the thriving metropolis of Grand Point today.
Grand Point, Manitoba. Yeah, I know I've said this a few times, but compared to all the guitars that we played tonight, including the Les Pauls, this SG has more body to it.
It's a good one.
Like, I usually don't use the tight switch, but like, I would actually use it on that to kind of scoop a bit of that. That sounds huge.
Is it Deutsch? Deutsch like a Tiger? Newfoundland. Nice.
Tight. Newfoundland, also one of my favorite places. Yeah, with the L34 as well.
Your dad is an SG and Telly freak.
Oh yeah, he loves Tellys and SGs. Yeah.
Jake, I'm getting a new Telly.
Yeah.
I'm getting a Schecter Telly. Hopefully very similar to my Schecter Strat. I think your dad likes my Schecter Strat.
He does, yeah. It's very similar to the NJ, American Schecter, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Go Leafs more than some other teams.
Oh, no.
Okay, there are
No.
teams that are worse than the Leafs, yes.
No. Who?
Yeah, sorry.
The Vikings? Yeah.
The Vikings, Luke says. Different sport, buddy.
For me, it's no Leafs, and the seconds would be no Canadians, no Habs.
Yeah.
You know what it mostly is? It's mostly just no Toronto and Quebec teams.
Yeah. Yeah, Alberta we can deal with. Vancouver,
We can go
deal
further
with.
east, bud. That's about like if
West.
Halifax had a team. No.
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
East
Yeah,
Coast
yeah.
would be fine. No Habs, no Edmonton. You're watching from Edmonton? Because, yeah. Anybody go to the Metallica show in Edmonton? I don't care about the expansion teams. They're not real to me yet. I know that one's won the cup already, but like
they don't exist.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. That
Yeah.
they just got stacked from the get-go. The Golden Knights, yeah.
I have not tried the new anti-pedal, and I honestly have not watched any of the videos on it yet because I've been too busy this week.
It sounds good.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
I've seen everybody rave about it, so I am very interested in checking it out. I like the Lion pedal. That's the Marshall one.
I feel like the amp in a box thing is almost easier to do with high gain because it's so hard to recreate the way tubes respond on a platform. That doing like a clean platform pedal like that is probably more challenging than high gain.
I don't like the Woodrow, Ruby, or
That's what I was saying. Is like I really love the UA stuff, but I didn't really like how this felt, and I feel like the high gain stuff would feel better because it's meant to be a little more rigid anyway. You know.
Yeah.
It's like the sag is so different with that type of thing. I think for high gain, it probably sounds awesome. Winnipeg. Yeah, we're an old expansion team, though, and we don't have a cup, so there you go. I don't know what I'm trying to flex.
Dave, we were friends, and now you're ruining it. Why you gotta do that, buddy? We bonded over your PRS purchase, over the DGT, but now, I don't know.
But now,
But I don't know. But now I found out you're a Toronto fan, so... Do y'all regularly play a 3-pickup Gibson? No.
No, not quite. No, this is one that Derek just found that we wanted to try out because this is one that kind of made him swing a little more towards SGs. He's not a big SG guy, and this one he tried and liked. So there you go. How is Lars at the mini shows? Scott asks.
Everybody wants to know that because everybody says because Lars is known for not being great. He was awesome.
Yeah.
Neither Dorian nor I could figure out more than once in the first night that he was off at all, that he slowed down or anything.
Cool.
And the second night, he struggled a little bit with battery.
That's a tough
but not
one.
really bad.
Yeah.
Just a little bit that you could hear, and I was like, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
And also, Wherever I May Roam.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There was he had some timing issues, and he started one, Kirk started one too fast. So James was trying to be I don't know all the words, but he tried to slow down, while he's singing, you could, if you're a musician, you could tell, oh, you're trying to pull the whole band back right now.
So they're not on click, you don't think?
No.
No.
No, I did realize Kirk Hammett is one of the worst singers of all time. That was interesting about Metallica show. Him and Rob do a jam thing instead of a guitar solo. And Hammett tried to sing a song, and it was awful. I mean, both Dorian and I were like, whoa, you shouldn't have done that.
It's a bad plan.
It's a real bad plan. And then also just their improv, because they tried to improv a song between Rob and Kirk.
Lyrics?
No.
I was going to say, that would be really bad.
A jam,
But
and Kirk's lead playing or his soloing on an improv. Whew. Not ideal. the rest of both shows, he was bang on, and they weren't playing to a click, so I'm oh, it's not like this is tracks and he's hiding. I'm he just, man.
whole bunch of...
Dude. Maybe, I don't know.
Actually, no, sorry, I'll play it.
I mean, whatever it was awesome. And, oh, man, did he ever eat shit on that thing, though? Both singing and the solo. On the first night. The second night, they did something different. It was quite a bit better. But, yeah. No, it was really good. Who had the best set? Mammoth. Hands down. Mammoth had the best sound I have ever heard inside an arena or a stadium in my life.
Really?
The mix was the best I have ever heard. How's Pantera? Not bad. Phil's voice was starting to go, and he said his voice was going.
Cool.
But it was interesting. So, yeah, it was interesting. Ice Nine Kills sounded really good too.
Yeah.
That band was really interesting. And honestly,
They came by the booth at NAMM. They were sweet.
yeah, I know people rip on Five Finger Death Punch. I met, why am I blanking on his name now? Of course, after I said that I met him. Zoltan.
Oh, yeah. I've heard he's a nice guy.
Super nice.
Yeah.
Really nice guy. And their show, really entertaining. And Ivan Moody was in a good mood. Like, so he was like laughing and smiling the whole time. And they put on a really, like, the whole thing was really, really great. We'll do like a more in-depth thing about like what we all did at Metallica and that. I'll wait till Dorian's back so that like two of us can kind of sit and talk about it before I say anything more about the fun times we had. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the one where they did Working Man? I don't know. I'm trying to think what they're. Man, yeah, I'll tell more Metallica stories another time. So, great show. If you haven't seen it, or if you get a chance to see it, it's worth seeing both nights. Like, absolutely. So, Neil Sean was at one of the nights, the second night, because Journey was playing the next day, and they were in town early, and we heard that there was somebody famous there, and then Dorian tried to like sneak up onto this like platform thing because we had working passes, and he got up there. He's like, "We should go up there." And then we tried to go up together, and then they kicked us off.
Oh yeah.
But the reason they kicked us off, and we didn't realize this, it was Neil Sean and his wife were sitting up there, and they were kicking everybody off because they were up there. And I was like, "Oh man, I would have loved to have gone up there." I didn't realize it was him. Like, I mean, I don't talk to Neil very often, but
Yeah.
I still do talk to him a little bit. Not since all the Journey bullshit's going on, but yeah. But yeah, hell of a guitar player.
Nice.
So, oh yeah, don't forget to click that thumbs up button. Yeah, you have Neil's Wizard amp still, dude. That's awesome. Like, you've sent me pictures of it. Yeah, that's. I played Mikey Pipes' Wizard, and it was really good.
Yeah, he brought that by, and what else did he bring by that day?
Ground Zero.
That was cool.
Yep.
The Wizard was really good.
You do realize that we will look at where you're typing, Luke. You don't need to reach across and point your finger at it.
I have all the answers.
And hold on. We can hear you madly hitting the keyboard. Like,
That's intentional.
Listen to me type.
That's intentional.
Yes.
I'm trying to help.
Listen to the chugs, Luke.
Yeah.
This guitar is really, really fat sounding. I'm super impressed.
I know a lot of you guys are like, there's a lot of people who have kind of come in and out of the stream here. Did you guys get anything new and cool in the last week? Also, one other question. You guys see any cool shows? I got to go to Minnesota last weekend, and both Metallica shows. I went to Creed with Finger 11 and Three Doors Down on the Saturday night, and the rest of our guys that went to Smashing Pumpkins and Green Day, which I was informed that was the best show of the weekend. Like, Green Day sounded better than anything.
Oh yeah, I'd believe that.
I was at Creed for
one of
stuff
Morgan's monitor guys does monitors for Green Day, and he said their show is like
nice,
just crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be fun. Yeah, Dave Hill. I don't know if you guys know the comedian Dave Hill. If you don't, go check him out on Instagram. It's Dave from Before or Dave from Show Business. He's in town tomorrow, and yeah, we're going to hang out with him a little bit and see him. So, yeah.
Nice.
The Lurks, blah blah blah. Nice. How is it? Is it good? You saw Dweez. Oh man, I would love to see him. Yeah. Blackface. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. What is an S drum pedal?
Not sure.
I don't know either.
What is an S drum pedal? Let us know. Oh, Luke is Googling.
Luke's on it. Oh yeah. What does that do?
Oh, it's like a drum machine effects processor.
Ah.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
Strummable drum pedal.
That's pretty cool actually. So it's like a drum trigger pedal that you can loop.
Does it work well?
That's pretty sick actually.
What's up, Clayton?
Luke, could I trouble you for one more PBR?
Will, how much did you get that MT100 for? I'm curious. 9 o'clock, you gotta go find some trouble to get into? Nice. Have fun, Wayne. Thanks for coming and hanging out a little bit.
Yeah, Luke, how accurate is that time? It's almost pumpkin time.
It is 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Well, 9:01.
So we're 10 minutes behind on the thing. That's not bad. So just wondering how much it freezes. I've been watching, like, sometimes the video will freeze and the clock keeps going, and sometimes the clock will freeze and the video keeps going. It's fun.
Yeah.
Fun technology stuff for them. I'm just, like, obsessing about it because of what happened last week. So.
That's a great price for that MT100.
Nice.
Yeah. We do need to do that. I've been debating just stopping streaming to Facebook and just having it that
YouTube.
it shows it and just do it on YouTube.
We do get Facebook viewers, which is the thing. And, like, admittedly, when I'm going to find it quickly, when I want to watch you guys, I just go to the Facebook page because I know I can get it to it on our profile quick. But I also don't use the YouTube app as much.
If you search up RevAmps and while we're live,
On
it'll
YouTube?
show up
Yeah, no, I know.
on the profile.
Yeah, I know. I just don't
Nice.
use the YouTube app as much. Like, Facebook's easy just to scroll and do it. Like, YouTube, I just watch mostly on my computer. But
Getting a set of Slash signature pickups, that's cool.
nice.
Also, if you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, if you go to your YouTube subscriptions, we'll be the first one once we're live.
Oh,
It'll
cool.
show up, yeah.
Nice. It says the drum pedal works really well once you get the hang of it and understand how to set it. Yeah. Great sounding drums to jam along with, tempo changes on the fly. That's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that. It's nice when you find a piece of gear like that that kind of inspires you to play in different ways and jam more. Like, that's what it's about. That's sick.
Will, no problem. Sorry about the fact that we shipped that with the wrong tubes. There's some confusion here with the old Bocephus, I think, on that amp. So, because it was a silver chassis, so all the silver chassis we're building right now, 10th anniversary.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well,
yeah. So, honest mistake, and yeah, glad you're digging it with 6L6s. Yeah. You buy anything cool lately?
me?
I bought a sandwich at lunch. And it's pretty good.
Okay, Opa. Yeah. No, these in-ears I bought, it's been the main thing.
Yeah.
I actually have the H90 on my board now.
Nice.
I finally spent some time with it. It's funny, actually, you'll appreciate this. We were playing a wedding, that same wedding I was talking about where we tried out these in-ears. It was like a very country wedding, and like all the requests we were getting was like early 2000s rock or like Morgan Wallen or like that type of stuff. And Carlin was like, oh, we gotta do Burn It to the Ground, like Nickelback or whatever it's actually
Yeah,
called. And I was like, oh, this song's in B. Like this is literally
Yeah,
like
he's
two,
a
this is
7th
like,
string.
yeah. So now I've made a pitch shift patch for that song on the H90 so that I
Nice.
can just tune it to B and do it. So like I just realized it's like, man, this pedal's perfect for that gig because like I can just make patches for like literally anything and have it, you know?
Nice.
So yeah, I've got the H90 on the board, made some cool patches with that for the corporate gigs coming up.
Cool.
So the G3 switcher is the next thing I gotta mess with.
I have the H90 on my board. I'm
Yeah.
not currently using it because I don't know how.
What, you have something on right now, don't you? No, you don't.
No.
Okay. It sounds crazy good. Like I'm literally using it because it has everything. So it's like I kind of made like a stock trem sound, a stock phase sound. Just to have, and then there's like I made kind of specific patches for certain songs that have like like you know like this is a very classic corporate dance song, but like Shut Up and Dance or whatever has like that U2 guitar kind of sound thing at the beginning. So it's like I have patches for songs like that where there's specific sounds, and then otherwise I just have like different stock pedal sounds I can use on it. So it's it's a super useful pedal.
Shut Up and Play. You know Foppy. Who is Shut Up and Play?
Nice, you know Drew.
Yeah.
His
Drew's
amps
a
are
good dude.
sick looking though. Yeah, Drew's the best man. He's sick. I love that guy.
Okay, so I got my timeline to shut off, which is amazing because
You just have to press A on and off, and it'll turn off. You can't turn B off.
you know what? It's funny. You said press A because it made me think of Luke when he was a kid. So Luke and I used to play video games. Do you remember this? We would be playing Nintendo.
Not off the top of my head.
Hanging out, playing Nintendo.
Just hanging out playing Nintendo, and if the game ended and you needed to press A to start over again, you would like incessantly be like press A, press A, press A, press A, just nonstop. So anytime I hear anybody say press A,
That sounds like me.
yeah, that checks out.
It still makes me
Sounds like
angry.
you now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Is that on the H90?
Yep.
Oh, 12 string. I see. So basically a chorus. Yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly. It's like octave.
So let's talk about where that sound is ever useful.
Go to a clean sound. Neck pickup.
I'll maintain that sound's not useful.
It is.
No. That's cool.
It's like a fifth. It's basically turning all your notes into power chords.
Cool. What else we got?
That's it. For anyone who can't tell, it's called Paradise Clean. Dad, we'll have to have you back on Gear and Beer again soon. Honestly, it's going back into fall. Like, it might be a good time to have him come on and just talk about maintenance again.
Yeah.
But he has this Austin Strat that he has a 10-way switch on that he modded, and it's insane. Like, it does so many different things and sounds awesome. It actually sounds like unironically great.
That's interesting. Anybody else have an H90? Yeah. Nice. Oh.
What else do you guys want to hear? I think my general takeaway from this is that I didn't expect the SG to have more body than any of the Les Pauls we have here, and the Novo. Like, this thing just has a lot of balls to it. It's sick.
How do you turn off one thing? Like if I want to turn
I think
on...
you have to set up the button functions within the patch to do what you want. Try it now.
What if you hold it?
Try it now that it's engaged. No, because that's adjusting your bank number now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's your scroll up and down. No, you got to edit it within the editor. That's the one thing. But there's so much in there that, like, how could you reasonably edit on the unit? You know. It's like with an Axe Effects. It's like you can, but it's just not practical when there's so much in there. You might as well just use the editor and actually get the full range of what it offers. You know. Going to NAMM for the first time this year, any advice? Sleep, use some sort of immune booster, and have cough drops.
Just go and have fun.
Have fun. Yeah, just go check stuff out. Network as much as you can. That's the big thing. There's so many people there, like, yeah, networking is the name of the game at NAMM, 1000%.
Flux says, I want to hear you guys just play together for just for fun right now and see where it goes.
Sure, play something.
I'm the worst at this. This is
Just
what we try to figure out at the...
Play any of the stuff you're just playing.
There you go. Here, we'll do more Sammy style stuff. Here, hold on.
Oh,
Let me...
ready? Oh, minor 7, good. What do I want right now? Need that.
There you go. There you go.
That was insane.
Yeah, what else you guys want to know? What time is it?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, we got some time, yeah. We got some time.
Lacquer on the FD top, yeah, 100%. I agree. That's the thing with the Gibsons, and that's a good point, is like, there's obvious physical things that are like challenging, but there's a certain sound that it's just like, that's why, that's why it's there, you know? That's cool. Is that the reverse patch? Yeah. I actually use that all the time in the higher low set, like in between the songs. It's like spacey kind of soundy, floaty things.
That's not even on.
The reverse delay? On the, no, on the Strymon.
Oh, is it on?
The Strymon, there's like a reverse delay patch. So like just play like a quick few notes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the kind of reverse swell thing.
Yep.
It's cool. If you do that with like a really long time with like a big reverb, it's super cool.
Actually, give me that Novo. That stuff will all sound badass with this guitar.
Yeah. That guitar sounds so good.
Needs a new set of strings, but it's pretty awesome. Like you can hear it in the room how dead it sounds. You know what I mean? Especially after playing that, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your guys' verdict on the SG? You think it sounds good?
I think it sounds fantastic. This thing sounds huge.
For everybody who's just joined us recently, our signal chain tonight too, I am into my pedal board, and really I've been using the Timeline and the Big Sky for wet effects, and then pretty much all night I just used the tilt boost with the chat breaker into the D25.
Which is on sale for 20% off on our...
The chat breaker is on sale for 20% off right now, and also at sweetwater.com for 20% off. You can snag you one of those until they're gone.
For 20%
Once they're
off.
gone, they're gone. That's it. Can't get them no more once they're gone.
For 20% off.
For 20% off.
Yeah, for this guitar, like the tilt boost, I was just saying, it's like, you know, just scooping the EQ. Like, I'm surprised how much I kind of cut the lows compared to what I usually do on this guitar. Like, it sounds huge. And this is cutting it with a tilt a little more. Like, this is without. Right? Like,
Yeah.
that's what it's for. Yeah, sounds great. I love this guitar. I think this might be one of my favorite Gibsons you have, actually. It's pretty great. Oh yeah, play that.
You want me to play it then?
That's the Stobie riff, right?
No, this one's mine, but. They want to hear some Mahler.
Oh.
That's a, yeah.
Okay. That's a...
It's time, your time to shine, buddy.
That's a deep cut right there. What side? Here's the HM2 side.
It's time to maul. Luke's getting excited. That's my pedal board, not his.
There's a delay.
That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
You can actually get that somewhat usable by doing this.
Can you play some MGK? I do not know any machine can do it.
That's a more like usable tone.
Yeah, yeah.
But this is what you want it for.
Dave, absolutely you need a mauler. Come on.
It's insane. Like, why does that exist?
I guess I could turn on.
The Harvey. The Herb.
Hey, Barb.
Hey, Barb.
Scalloped
Got your
potatoes.
Harvey Centaur. My sister was killed 10 years ago when she was mauled by bears. Luke.
Man, Lee, who was here last week with Brent, like Brent's buddy Lee,
Yeah.
he has a 67 or 69 SG.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. Luke, no one cares about football. Don't worry. Let me rephrase that. No one besides you in this room cares about football.
Katie at Sweetwater was beaking Luke super hard. She was like one of the
Viking
girls,
fans?
one of the coordinators at the event. Yeah, as soon as Luke was wearing the Vikings hat, she came over and she's like, I just wanted to let you know that I'm not okay with that.
Whoa.
Oh, Vikings fan, sorry, Ravens fan.
Whoa.
Sorry.
She's the
I just hurt Luke's feelings. She was a Vikings fan, Luke's a Ravens fan. She came up and told Luke that the only team that can wear purple is the Vikings, and Luke was super offended. And Derek's having fun.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like all attack, no sustain whatsoever. Like all you hear is the big attack.
It reminds me of like that Icky Thump. Isn't it like the beginning sounds of like?
Yeah. Nice.
I don't know any White Stripes or Jack White, so.
Nice.
If my brother was here, though, Scott, that's all he's got.
That's what he knows.
Oh, yeah. What's his riff that he always plays?
Dead leaves in the dirty ground.
What's that?
It's White Stripes. It's a A, and then G, and then C, yeah.
He got it right away.
Oh, yeah. It's those chords, but he doesn't play it. He doesn't play it the way I play it, which I'm probably playing it wrong, but. Let me see that SG. To do that. He's probably watching right now as we make fun of him. Maybe. He might have bailed. He'd been like, ugh. So, like, he would play it like. Right? And I would play it. What do you call that chord?
It's like a stacked fifth. Yeah, it's like the power chord is an octave lower.
Yeah. He probably doesn't add in the either. It's probably not in the song either.
Doesn't know how.
Did you just start playing without plugging the guitar in?
Correct. I was like, what's wrong here?
Opus, please give us that.
Just like, oh, I can find it for sure. You can edit clips.
If you ask Opus, it'll give it to you. That's Luke's new move is.
Hey, Opus.
Hey, Opus, if you're reading this with your AI generator, give us that clip.
And the one about the knob. Sammy's knob clips.
I'm the one where I didn't answer you about the two knob Les Paul.
Yeah.
Hey, don't we have some Only Sam shirts still?
Oh, we probably
in
do.
stock?
We do. I found them when I was looking for merch the other day.
You guys should take a peek at them.
Does that really well.
It does. It's sick. You're way better at that technique than I am. I can't do that. You heard it.
I got tricks.
Yeah, I know. Nice. Oh, nice. Okay.
That's not good. I have problems with. Let me hear you do a pick scrape. No, like a. Yeah, do it again. Okay, so do you have problems with it too?
No.
No? It's just me. Here, that's awesome. Thank you. I find it like difficult that like sometimes it's like here it sounds like weak. I don't know if it's just.
That's because there's too much string tension here. You gotta lay into it more. And it's also the wind of the string. Like the big strings are the best work because the winds are bigger.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
And also the same thing with pick angle. Like if you kind of get it like that.
I didn't realize it.
I don't know why I'm teaching Derek more sounds.
I didn't realize it was worse by the bridge. I thought it was actually easier there.
Right here is kind of the pocket.
Uh-oh. That's gone. The machine head on this D string is just straight up trash. 30 years has not been kind to it. All right. It's going to be about that time. You guys have any other questions for us before we get out of here? I learned something new. I learned how to do a proper pick scrape from Sammy today.
There you go. More noises. Have I taught you any practical guitar skills?
Yeah, that one.
Nice. And the pick scrapes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if you have taught me any, like, practical. I mean, that's pretty practical, like, for rock and roll.
Yeah.
I had to use that last week.
Yeah. I don't know.
Very practical. All right, so the questions flooded in there when we asked, so that's great.
Clearly encouraged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either we're lagging horribly or.
Well, we are, but
has
the comments aren't. But it's that time, I think.
You're like, I want to go home.
I do want to go home.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm kidding. No, it was a good day today. I was gonna say it was a long day today with all the studio stuff, but it was a good day. Like I like having people in the studio. Like
it's good times,
when there's lots of stuff going on. Yeah, it's fun. Definitely a long day, but good day today. Cool. Alrighty. We'll leave you with some delay noises. See you next week. Are they all on? Wow, they are literally all on.
Doesn't even sound terrible.